You can do this every day without even realizing that this simple habit is hindering your muscle recovery. As a result, you may experience feelings of weakness, heaviness, and quick fatigue. Instead of identifying the real issue, you start blaming it on your age. But the issue isn't just about age. You try changing your diet, getting more rest, and even doing some exercise now and then, hoping that your body will respond. But the muscles still feel weak. My arms get tired quickly. My legs can't hold me up, and every movement takes effort. It's even more frustrating when you've started something, invested your time and effort, and then gave up because you didn't see any results. But here's the twist. In most cases, it's not about illnesses or bad genetics. Most likely, it's due to 5 small, nearly invisible mistakes that almost everyone makes, especially those looking to regain strength after the age of 70. These mistakes hinder muscle function, even if you're doing everything else right. In this video, I will break down each of these mistakes for you. What exactly you're doing wrong, why it's hindering your recovery, and how you can make simple changes by tomorrow morning to get your body back in gear and your muscles rejuvenated. Understanding these concepts could be the turning point for you when you suddenly realize, there it is, my body is listening to me again. It's not hard for me to get up, I feel confident on my feet, and I've gained strength. So let's start with the 5th and rather subtle mistake that even those who are mindful of their diet and routine often make. It's her who quietly and systematically blocks recovery from within. It seemed like just another ordinary morning. A cup of coffee, some toast, or maybe even nothing at all. But it's at this very moment, without you even realizing it, that the fate of your muscles is determined for the rest of the day. Why? Because morning protein is like the start button for the recovery processes. If you don't hit it, your body continues to operate in a deficit mode. After a night's sleep, your muscles are in a state similar to fasting. They haven't received any nutrients for about 8 to 10 hours. As soon as you wake up, they are literally craving for building materials. They urgently need protein. If you don't provide it, the body, not waiting for nourishment, starts taking amino acids from where? From the muscles themselves. It's like trying to build a house by taking apart the walls you've already built. As a result, muscle mass continues to decline, strength doesn't return, and you experience that same fatigue that you often attribute to aging. And no, a proper lunch doesn't make up for it. It may seem that the main goal is to get enough protein throughout the day, but scientific studies suggest otherwise. Protein consumed in the morning is absorbed more efficiently, kickstarts muscle protein synthesis, and helps the body preserve and repair muscle tissue. People who start their mornings with protein recover faster, lose less muscle mass, and feel more energetic. What to do if you don't feel like eating in the morning? This is a common concern, but it's not about a heavy breakfast. All you need is a light protein boost to kickstart your day. Here are 3 simple options that will help energize your body without overwhelming it. An egg with a slice of whole grain bread, natural yogurt with flax seeds, or a protein shake, either whey or plant-based. Even 10-15 grams of protein in the morning is already a significant step towards recovery. Check in with yourself and let us know in the comments. Do you have breakfast within an hour of waking up? Is there protein in your breakfast? Or does your day start with tea, coffee, and nothingness? The 4th out of 5 mistakes is coming up. Do you know which muscle weakens the fastest? The one that is not used. You can eat healthy, take vitamins, and sleep 8 hours a day. But if the body doesn't move, if it remains inactive, the muscles literally shut down. They start to lose strength, even if everything else seems to be done correctly. This happens especially quickly in adulthood. When you sit or lie down for an extended period, muscle tone starts to decline within just 48 hours. Blood circulation slows down, nutrient delivery to the cells deteriorates, and the body seems to freeze. But what's even more frightening is that the body begins to adapt to this state of stillness. At some point, he starts to perceive any movement as a stressor that needs to be avoided. Well, I'm already tired, you might say. And you would be right. When your muscles are weak, even simple tasks can be challenging. But the solution isn't just to pump iron or hit the gym. All you need is activation. The simplest, gentlest, and most manageable. Sometimes just 35 minutes of movement a day can be a game changer. What can you do? Start small. Stretch while sitting in your chair. Rock back and forth on your toes and heels against the wall. Walk around the room, slowly raising your arms, or simply roll your foot over a ball to activate your core and engage your deep muscles. Just make sure you don't push yourself to the point of fatigue. Move towards a gentle warmth, towards the feeling of being alive. Here's a simple mini routine that takes less than 3 minutes, but can change how you feel. Sit down and stand up 5 times in a row, holding onto a chair or table for support. Raise your arms above your head and make 10 circles with your shoulders. Rise up on your toes and hold for 5 seconds. Repeat this 3 times. That's enough to signal your body that movement is not a threat. This is life. Repeat this routine in the morning and throughout the day, and you will feel your body come to life. It's not magic. It's a return to a natural state where energy doesn't dissipate, but instead flows back gradually. But there's one more reason, a third one, why strength might not return. It's a reason that is seldom spoken about openly. What if you're afraid to try something new? Especially when it comes to supplements and vitamins. And this fear might be the only thing currently holding back the entire recovery process. At my age, why should I even consider experimenting? What if I'm not allowed to? I don't trust any of this. These thoughts are familiar to many. At first glance, they sound like reasonable caution, but while you're afraid, your muscles lose strength. In reality, they could be the very barrier preventing your body from receiving the support it has been longing for. This fear is understandable. You may have been let down by pills that made big promises, ineffective schemes, and aggressive advertising. You may have already tried out various magical methods that left you with nothing but fatigue and skepticism. So right now, it feels safer not to try anything at all. The truth is that natural supplements are not medicines. They don't disrupt the body's systems or produce sudden effects. Instead, they work gently and naturally, supporting what is already embedded within us by nature. When the body lacks this support, quiet breakdowns begin to occur. Muscles don't receive the necessary micronutrients for recovery, energy production is hindered due to a lack of amino acids, and blood vessels and nerves weaken because of insufficient adaptogens and vitamins. In the end, you have the right nutrition, you're staying active, you're putting in the effort, but there's no result because you're missing that crucial spark to ignite your progress. How can you overcome this fear? Choose one reliable, simple supplement, such as bee pollen or collagen. Research the manufacturer to ensure that the product is natural, free from unnecessary additives and flavorings. If you have any doubts, consult a doctor. And just pay attention to your body. Within just 7 to 10 days, you may start to notice the first changes, like a sense of lightness, increased energy, and improved stability in your movements. The formula is simple. Small doses combined with consistency yield significant results. It's like watering a plant not with a bucket all at once, but with a little bit every day, and it comes to life. The second of the 5 mistakes is as follows. Now imagine this. You started your morning with some protein, got a little movement in, and began taking one simple supplement. Seems pretty spot on. However, all of this can be pointless if the body is lacking one crucial element: water and minerals. Let's discuss how thirst can be mistaken for fatigue and why recovery just doesn't work without proper hydration. You can have the healthiest breakfast, do your exercises, and even take quality supplements. But if your body is lacking water and minerals, all of that may not be effective. Muscles are not just about protein. It's also water, salt, and electricity. Without them, the body simply cannot function as a system. It starts to struggle, even if you're doing everything right. As we age, our sense of thirst diminishes, and we increasingly fail to recognize our true need for water. But the need itself doesn't go away. If you don't drink enough, your muscles become stiff, tense, and lose their elasticity. Blood thickens, and nutrients don't reach the tissues as they should. Metabolism slows down, leading to a buildup of waste. If you add a deficiency of magnesium, potassium, or sodium to the mix, it can lead to cramps, quick fatigue, and the feeling that your muscles haven't recovered even after rest. Fixing this isn't difficult. Start small. Drink a glass of warm water every morning right after you wake up. Throughout the day, incorporate still mineral water into your diet, especially those high in magnesium. Prepare your meals with a moderate amount of sea salt or Himalayan salt. It's not harmful as long as you don't overdo it. Incorporate mineral-rich foods into your diet, such as pumpkin seeds, nuts, spinach, and bananas. All of this is accessible, straightforward, and provides real support. Here's another simple yet powerful tool: a homemade electrolyte drink. Mix 200 milliliters of warm water with a teaspoon of lemon juice, a pinch of sea salt, and if you like, add a teaspoon of honey. 1 glass of this a day, and your muscles will thank you. It helps replenish electrolytes, enhances hydration, and literally energizes the body from within. And one major mistake that 99% of elderly people make. The issue arises even when you're doing everything right: eating well, staying active, drinking water, and adding the necessary micronutrients. You start off strong, but then you quit after a week. Why? Because we expect results quickly, and when they don't come, disappointment sets in. You've started having protein for breakfast, incorporated light exercise, increased your water intake, and tried a new supplement. And now, a week has gone by. What do you feel? Disappointment. Because your muscles aren't as strong as they were at 20. The fatigue hasn't completely gone away. You look at yourself in the mirror and decide, it's not working. But the issue isn't with the body. The issue lies in the expectations. We live in a world of instant solutions: 1-hour delivery, food in 3 minutes, and ads promising results in 5 days. And without even realizing it, we project these expectations onto our bodies. But the body isn't an app. It doesn't update with a click. It lives by biological laws, not marketing slogans. Muscle is one of the slowest tissues. They require time, consistency, and patience. When you don't see results on the outside, it doesn't mean that nothing is happening. In reality, the work begins internally. Blood circulation improves, neuromuscular connections are restored, the body starts to better absorb protein and hormones, and dormant muscle fibers that have been inactive for years become activated. These are processes that cannot be rushed without causing harm. but they are coming, and they are piling up. To avoid giving up halfway, what you need isn't willpower, but understanding. Start keeping a small journal. Note how your body feels in the morning, how you move, and what comes easier to you than before. Compare yourself not to an ideal image, but to who you were a month ago. And if you ever feel like giving up, don't. Just take a break. One day of rest, and the next day, come back. Not because you have to, but because your body deserves a chance. Slow progress is still progress. If you want your muscles to respond again, support your lifestyle, and help you feel confident at any age, start with one simple question. Are you making any of these 5 mistakes? You're skipping protein in the morning, leaving your muscles without the nutrients they need. You're not moving enough, even just a few minutes a day. You're afraid of natural supplements and won't give yourself a chance to try them. You're not getting enough water and essential minerals. You expect quick results and abandon your efforts without waiting for the first signs of change. Yes, they all seem like small things, but it's the little things that build strength. Start small, starting tomorrow morning. Drink a glass of water, have a protein-packed breakfast, and do 3 minutes of simple movement. It's not difficult. But this is where the journey back to strength begins. Not in a year, not later, but right now. Your body has the ability to heal. It's designed for that purpose. At any age, in any condition, all he needs is a little help to remove the obstacles in his way and to be given the chance to do his job. If you see yourself in this text, give it a like. Share in the comments what you will start doing tomorrow, and make sure to subscribe for more simple, straightforward solutions that will help you regain your true strength step by step.